Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, the 24th day of March, 2020. We're kind of right in the middle of this stay-at-home lockdown kind of situation, and not supposed to gather with groups of more than 10 people. And I noticed there's probably a lot of people that are missing that morning time, like the group that would get together for coffee at the wagon wheel every morning, or a group that I used to know. Bloomfields and Marshall, every morning at 9 o'clock, they were there for coffee and to talk about what's going on in life. And just those types of things, places where you hang out, kind of like the old television show Cheers, where everybody knew each other, or Friends, where everybody gathered at the same coffee shop. And I know it's that way in real life. People do that, and I'm sure that we're all missing that time to get together and just sit and, share life with one another. We're doing it with our families, and hopefully that's really good experience. But I know there are people that are missing those little little coffee clutches, or whatever you want to call them, those little groups that got together. When I was on the road a lot, I used to like to stop at those little diners along the road instead of going to a big nationally known restaurant. I'd stop at those little diners and just observe, and people always knew each other's names, and it was just all real homey and feel good, and I like that kind of thing. When I lived in Heber Springs, Arkansas, we lived in Heber Springs for several years, and I was a disc jockey on the radio station there, and I'd get off work at midnight on Saturday night and go down to the Smokehouse restaurant, and there would be a lot of different people. There'd be dancers coming in from the dance hall. It was a dry county, so there wasn't any bars, but people would come in from the dance place. The DJs would show up, and people that were writers for the newspaper, and we would just have some coffee, share what's going on, and then we'd head home. And I wrote a song about that one time, and I think kind of speaks to those things that we're going through right now, how we miss that, but how there's going to be a great gathering at one point in the future. I hope you like this. Down at the diner last Saturday evening, I met an old friend I once knew. We listened intently and I laughed at his jokes while the time and the memories flew. The waitress brought coffee whenever we called. Back room was hustling and loud, and the dancers and DJs and the writers of words were just part of that Saturday crowd. And it's just a reflection of this crazy world with its wheelers and dealers and such. There's no cover charge, you don't need a reservation. It's a refuge when you feel out of touch. When I get to heaven, I'll walk streets of gold, and I'll look for that blue neon sign, the one that says Joe's Place, just come in and eat. You never know just what I'll find. There will be a banquet, or so I've been told. Heard that the singing is loud. I hope the dancers and DJs and the writers of words are part of the Saturday crowd. And it's just a reflection of this crazy world with its wheelers and dealers and such. There's no cover charge, but you'll need a reservation. It's a refuge when you feel out of touch. And it's just a reflection of this crazy world with its wheelers and dealers and such. There's no cover charge, you don't need a reservation. It's a refuge when you feel out of touch. It's a refuge when you feel out of touch. You all have a great day, and wash your hands. God bless.